Warner Brothers, in their attempts to stop Paramount Skydance, just threw CNN under the bus in a way that you must see, humiliating the cable news channel and revealing that the revenue they have is dwarfed by Fox News. It is absolutely unbelievable. There's no comparing, but folks, we'll do so today, and we'll show you why things might be going away from CNN. Hello, folks. It's a dandy of a day, and we're happy that you come our way. The studio in somewhere sunny USA is glistening every time you're listening to what we have to say. And truth with a capital T is what we believe in right here. I bet you do too. Click the like button. Drop a comment down below. If you're not yet subscribed, just know that's what we're after every single day. Working hard 4 times. That's the minimum number of releases you'll find right here on the Pro Channel. CNN is not doing well, and we're finding that out because of the hostile takeover attempts by Paramount Skydance against them. Here's what we got from Dade Hayes at a deadline. CNN on pace for $1.8 billion in 2026 revenue, Warner Brothers Discovery reveals. Now you need to know, this is not talking about ad revenue. This is all revenue for CNN. Every single drop of it. Anything they do with subscribers and digital services, etc., anything that's being paid for to CNN totals $1.8 billion. That'll matter later on in the segment. CNN will collect $1.8 billion in revenue this year. Parent company Warner Brothers Discovery estimates, with that figure rising to $2.2 billion by 2030. I don't believe them. Who cares what they're projecting? I don't believe it's true. While individual network results have not been disclosed in the news network's corporate structure for the past several years, they came to light Tuesday as Warner Brothers Discovery continues to make its case for a pending merger deal with Netflix. The streaming giant shifted the terms of its $82.7 billion offer for Warner Brothers Discovery Studio and streaming division to all cash from a blend of cash and stock to try to block Paramount Skydance from getting a hold of this thing. The other thing that we're hearing from Charlie Gasparino is that they're going to push up the vote to try to force Paramount Skydance to raise their offer if they're going to, and do it rapidly. So things are happening fast, but that's how we got the CNN number. Now, folks, you might hear that and think that's impressive that CNN has got $1.8 billion in total revenue for 2026. By the way, they're on pace for it, which means this month only. Let me say it again for everybody who didn't catch that. They're basing that on this month only because they're on pace for $1.8 billion in 2026. Do you think that they would release the 2025 number if it was better? Think about that. Which one would they rather release? Would they rather release the actual numbers from 2025, or would they rather pretend and give you a number that they think they'll get by the end of the year, and an even bigger number than that in 4 years? I bet if they had a good number, they'd put out the good number. Do you think they'd put out the good number? I think they'd put out the good number. Folks, let's go to Forbes, because we got some stuff for you here. Fox News reports its highest first quarter ad revenue in history. This is from October 30th, 2025, which is the most recent number we have. Fox Corporation Executive Chair and CEO Lachlan Murdoch says Fox News Media has attracted 350 new national advertisers in 2025, leading the company to its highest ad revenue quarter in history, a noteworthy achievement coming a year after a presidential election when cable news viewership typically rises. Quote, Fox News sustained a strong ratings and audience momentum throughout the quarter. Fox News once again cemented its status as the most watched cable network in total day and in prime time. Even more impressive, Fox News is the most viewed network in all television in weekday prime calendar year to date. Wow, that's impressive, right? Well, how much do they make? To find out, folks, we'll go to their 2025 report. Right here, you can see Fox 2025 annual report. And again, remember that CNN told us what their number was in terms of just total revenue, flat out total revenue, and not the real number, the number they think they can get by the end of the year. So how much is Fox News making? Well, folks, what you need to know as we go into this is that Fox is going to tell us just their ad revenue, not their total revenue. And we're going to figure this out together. Let's read it together, and I'm going to show you what we believe this is, okay? It says, meanwhile, at a national level, Fox News reinforced its position as the clear leader in cable news, with audience shares at times reaching over 70% during the fiscal year. Even more impressive is the fact that it currently ranks as the most watched channel in all of television. Go to the right side with me. Our revenue growth of 17% to a record $16 billion, as well as adjusted EBITDA and adjusted EPS. Now, the problem is the total revenue growth got to a record $16 billion. That's going to be split amongst Fox, the cable channel, and Fox, the various channels out there that have affiliates and all of that, and some sports channels too. But what we can figure out is if we go down to where it says we achieved a 26% rise in total advertising revenue to $7 billion in a single quarter. Now, my understanding is that they don't make money off the affiliates. So that is down to essentially just the sports channels and Fox News. Now, let's pretend for a minute that Fox News is splitting that. Okay? They're splitting that. $3.5 billion would be the split. I would suspect it's higher than that. I would suspect the percentage that Fox News, I mean, it's the biggest channel on cable, period. I would suspect it's higher. CNN is coming out and telling you, let me go over this again, okay? Let me go back to CNN. CNN is telling you proudly, oh my, way to get more money from Paramount Skydance, that in total they're on pace to make $1.8 billion in the entire year of 2026, whether they make it or not. They're on pace to. And buried in a Fox News report is that Fox News is probably making $4 billion in ad revenue only, not total, ad revenue only. $3.5 to $4 billion ad revenue only in a single quarter. Guys, CNN is DOA. This is a dead property. And I actually think this plays into the hands of the Ellisons to say, it's not worth anything. We want it, we'll transform it, but as is, it's worth nothing. Panel, thanks for waiting with me and wading through those numbers as I broke that down. Marvin, I'll go to you first. This is awful for CNN, but I needed to explain why to show the folks out there. Marv, how does this affect, you think, the offer that might come from Paramount Skydance? And why in the world would Netflix now want to be saddled with CNN, which the federal government says they got to be if they buy the thing?
Yeah, it is strange because, basically Paramount's bid at this point is kind of banking on the idea that CNN and, Discovery Global in general is worthless. And that was backed up by the fact that we just saw msnbc spin off into its own company along with the other NBC Universal cable stations with Versant, and that fell flat on its face. So you have to imagine that the same thing is going to happen to Discovery Global. Basically, the numbers that you just went through, Pro, basically just kind of reinforces what we saw from the Versant spinoff. It is a 100% dead, worthless concept, dead, worthless brand, and they should be thanking their lucky stars that somebody actually wants it. Because by spinning it off into its own entity, the shareholders are going to see a huge drop if their Warner Brothers stock splits into Discovery Global stock. I mean, they're going to be selling that thing off like there's no tomorrow right when it spins off because nobody's going to want it.
Let's take a look right now at the latest from Charlie Gasparino. Best in the biz, he says, Scoop. Warner Brothers Discovery filed a proxy statement expediting the shareholder vote on Netflix's now $27.75 all-cash offer, and I am told the vote will take place in late February or early March, as opposed to later in the spring, all to put pressure on Paramount Skydance to either increase its $30 a share all-cash offer or go home. This is crazy to me that they're offering all-cash $30, and Netflix is offering $27.75. CNN is worth nothing, and they're taking the $27.75, and we think that, listen, this stinks to high heavens. All you have to do is go to kindergarten and learn math to know something is amiss here. Lauren, what in the world is happening, and why would Netflix want CNN at this point now that the numbers are out?
Well, there's two possibilities. Well, maybe three. One is that it's an ideological thing, and they just don't want those channels to be captured. One is that they truly believe that those assets are being undervalued. I'm not terribly convinced that they think they're undervalued. I tend to think that it's more of an ideological thing, but I don't know that for sure. The other thing is that they're trying to put time pressure on this. It's obvious that they want to gin up more value wherever they can get it, and that's understandable. That's just business negotiations. You want to get the best possible price for this as you can, and they've already ginned it up quite a bit. They've been successful at it, so I can't blame them for that, but it is weird.
What's amazing is it says here in this, Charlie Gasparino, who, by the way, is reporting this. He's not advocating. He's a reporter. He says that they're trying to get $3 more a share based on the CNN stuff that we just told you about, because they're claiming that it's better than expected cash flow. It's based on a projection. It's not real. It's not real. And it's based on ad revenue projections. Do you know what ad revenue projections are based on? Ratings that don't exist yet. This and they want to get rid of Scott Jennings. They have a CNN civil war. Hey, Ron, people are pointing out that CNN has lower revenues lower ad revenues, lower total revenues, not ad revenues, lower total revenues, period, than a random Avatar movie.
I mean, it's my biggest question about this whole thing is when it comes down to the vote, is it going to be all controlled by BlackRock and Vanguard, who own most of the shares in Netflix? And is that what this is really all about? And if it is, what kind of a say do any random shareholders really have when it comes to this type of stuff? I actually have the same question about the stuff that goes on at Disney, because it feels like if you have stock, our good friend Mike owns a lot of it, for example, but it can never really be enough to compete with your institutional buyers. And who really has the control? And it does it even matter that CNN makes so little money compared to Fox News? These figures, I don't know that they mean anything to anybody when it comes to the ideology of the people that run BlackRock and Vanguard and what they want in the end, when they're competing with the ideology of the Ellisons on the other hand. And I think none of them actually care about what your average viewer, what your average consumer of entertainment actually wants in this.
Guys, let it sit and just savor in this. That to try to get $3 extra on the thing, and to try to block Paramount Skydance, they threw CNN under the bus. They revealed to all of us not the real number, but the optimistic projected number for the year that is not here yet. They won't tell you what they actually did last year, but they gave you the projected number. They gave you the projected number, which is less than an Avatar movie makes. And they did that so that Warner Brothers could say, it's going to perform better than you expected, but it's not even a real number. And it's still less than an Avatar movie. They threw CNN so far under the bus, revealing that it might make 10 times less than Fox News. And they did it to try to block the Ellisons. What a bad day to be at CNN. What an awful day. You know we must bid adieu for now, but folks, I encourage you, if you enjoyed this kind of video, well, we have plenty more and more on the way every single day. We do it for you. Check out the WDW Pro Channel and go click on videos. You can see the most recent ones and enjoy all the stuff we're talking about, and hopefully give us some feedback, because we would love to cater what we're doing for you. You are the consumer. You are our valued guest. It's how entertainment companies once upon a time treated the people who bought their stuff, and we're still doing it here. Folks, on the way out the door, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, as we get ready to say goodbye, we always say this because we think you indeed are special and matter. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.